brother. Upper Supreme Court, Kanu. I'm better Supreme Court. There are questions that now lawyers cannot enter. The whole place is very dry. The road were completely barricaded. Lawyers were turned back. Muna fine boy, one no do, and other lawyers not on our team. We are stopped from entering. It took serious intervention before they allowed me and fine boy to enter. They stopped the other lawyers, stopped the other people at the gates. They didn't let them enter. As I'm talking to you, they didn't let them enter. This Supreme Court, look at how dry it is. Ordinary ruling. They are stopping lawyers from entering courts, stopping people from entering the courts for ordinary ruling. If you find a man in this country, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But I've been able to enter. I'm heading inside the court now. You can see how dry the whole place is.
It is happening live and direct, and I'm here to give you the update of what transpired in the court today. The Supreme Court has set aside a judgment by the lower court that dismissed the terrorism charges against the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Kanu. The Apex Court held that the Court of Appeal was wrong and that the trial court couldn't try him because the prosecution violated his rights. In the judgment prepared by Justice Garba Muhammad, the court condemned the invasion of Kanu's residence, declaring it irresponsible. The court held that there is no law in the country stopping a trial based on the violation of the rights of the suspect. Muhammad said if the police should destroy the house of the suspect to obtain exhibits, should that diverse the court against entertaining the offense? His remedy should be the way of civil proceeding. Proceedings can be stopped on account of the violation of the rights of the suspect. That is not our law for now. We decided not to go with the Court of Appeal, though we condemn the violation of his rights. Nigeria must redeem its image and adhere to the rule of law. If a person has been granted bail, why did you invade his house? That is irresponsible. You shouldn't blame him for running. No legislation in the country stripped the trial court of jurisdiction to go ahead with Kanu's case. Despite the illegal action of the federal government, the law must take its course. The Court of Appeal was wrong that the trial court couldn't try him. The appeal is allowed and the cross appeal is dismissed. Kanu was first arrested in 2015 under the administration of former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari. He was subsequently granted bail in April 2017 and fled the country after an invasion of his home in Afaruku near Umuahia, Abia State by the Nigerian military in September 2017. Kanu was rearrested in Kenya and kidnapped in Kenya and brought back to Nigeria in June 2021. He was arraigned before the Federal High Court in Abuja on 4 charges of treasonable felony, conspiracy to commit treasonable felony, illegal importation of radio equipment, and defamation of former President Muhammadu Buhari, which they did not mention in court. Let me correct that. The charges were later withdrawn by the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abba Kamal Abi, SAN, who replaced them with a fresh 14-count charges bordering on terrorism and membership in a proscribed group, among others. The court, however, reduced the charges to 7. The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja on October 13, 2022 held that how Kanu was extradited to the country violated the country's extradition treaty and was also a breach of his fundamental human rights. The appellate court also struck out the terrorism charges filed against Kanu by the Nigerian government and ordered his release from the DSS facility. Since then, they have refused to release him. The FG, the federal government, through the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, appealed the court ruling and subsequently obtained an order staying the execution of the court judgment at the Supreme Court. Kanu, through his lawyers, filed an appeal against the stay of execution order at the Apex Court on November 3, 2022. Displeased by the verdict of the appellate court, the FG, the federal government, filed an appeal at the Supreme Court. This is where we are now. You see, they are trying as hard as possible to mess up the whole system, but I could gym for some of you are saying that Nnamdi Kanu will not be released. And where a banner guy could gym onga fugo gesueme. Oh yeah, Cherekwan for next update. Ohamadike Buruburu has just arrived to court. Yes, as the United States of America Congress Council have sent 4 congressmen to monitor what is going on in the court. Hear the news in details. Umuchineke, as we await the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you must equally celebrate the victory that Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has equally achieved. Because today will be remarkable and in a very big quotation of what it is. We must understand that nothing can be done recklessly, reluctantly, and otherwise. And that is where the game change must begin. You see, we must reconsider everything that must be considered. And once the Biafran restoration has begun, let's again, with no doubt, put every effort that we need to be put. Today, the Congress people has arrived to the court, Abuja court, and has demanded that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally. It is in constitution that he has won the case, but of course, these enemies of progress wants to keep telling us that we don't know what we are doing. That's just the truth. But as time goes on, everything is already playing out. I want to say something very clearly today. You see, they want Ohamadike to go on his knees and start begging. It's not possible. It's not possible. You see, Buhari has already set a pattern of leadership in Nigeria. Therefore, anybody that comes in will do anything and nothing will happen. See, in court today now, they have refused so many people to enter the court. They have refused to allow most IPOB. It's not even in the court or in the court premises. They have chased people away, robbed people of their minds. But what I just want to assure you is that we are not making noise. Whether they like it or not, Nnamdi Kanu must be released back to us. They can keep him there for how many months they want to keep him, every day by day, day in, day out pass, and they keep jailing this man. He would definitely come out. They don't know what they are doing to themselves. They don't know. Look at what happened yesterday in Kanu. They sent people who will send different kind of security to hold one man, but they cannot protect the bomb victims yesterday in Kanu. And what do you want to say? People are perpetrating evil in the bushes. Kidnappers are doing their job in the bushes, yet the Nigerian government has not gone to search out and capture all those people, but they are more concerned about a man who said, we need our freedom. We cannot continue to be with you in the same country where you don't want forwardness. Every time it's backwardness, backwardness, backwardness. All the time. We cannot continue. As simple as it is. But no, they said no. That Biafrans must go down the drain with them. And Biafrans said no. So Nnamdi Kanu must be released at all costs. So as we push forward, let's get together and understand the message that we share.